This is a video recap of NFP non-farm payroll that took place November the 6th, 2015, which was on a Friday. I haven't had that much luck in trading non-farm payroll in the past. If I made money, I actually was lucky when I made it. Now that I've still been trading for quite some time, I'm starting to understand it a little bit more, and I'm making this video as a recap based on the profit that I made from non-farm payroll November the 6th, 2015. I was trading gold, and let me just state this disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. My profits are not indicative of your profits. Just because you're watching this don't mean that you're going to make money next time you try to trade Forex doing non-farm payroll. So let me just put that out there. This is for educational purposes only. So yesterday, I'd been trading gold for quite some time. When I say quite some time, I mean about a week and a half. And one thing about gold, it doesn't move as much as, let's say, USD does, or EUR GBP or USD CAD, for example. It's a steady trickle in either direction from what I've noticed. But gold has been going down ever since October the 28th from what I gathered. And the reason I know that is, and I'm gonna show you how I know that. I'm gonna turn my chart scroll off. And I'm going to scroll back to roughly the 28th. If you look at this long candle right here, this was on October the 28th, roughly around 10 p.m. And it tanked and it dropped below the 60 EMA, and the 15-minute EMA dropped below the 60 EMA, and the 5-minute EMA dropped below the 15 and the 60 EMA. And it's just been a gradual tanking ever since. So I didn't start trading gold on the 28th. I started roughly around November the 1st or the 2nd. I don't remember exactly which one, but I've been making some pretty good profits off of trading gold. And the one thing about trading gold, you have to be patient trading it, because like I said, it doesn't have big swings or move like the other pairs do. So I was a little nervous about trading gold in the NFP yesterday, November the 6th, 2015, and I almost decided not to, but since it had been tanking since the 28th and I'd been doing good to sell it, I got in a trade yesterday trading gold, and roughly I got in around, what did I get in at? I want to say I got in, let me see if I can see where I got in at. As you can see, I made $341. I got in at 1089.56, and I'll put a line there to show you where I got in. I'm going to make this line yellow, and I'll put it at 1089.56. Now, as you can see, this yellow line right here is where I got, that's where I got out at. Let me put another, I'll change this line color to red, because that was my exit point. My entry point was actually, and I'll change this line to green to show you blue to show you my entry point. My entry point was actually at 1106. $1106.62. So this blue line is where my entry point was. I didn't get in like right on that red candle. I was in like back here somewhere, right in this area. I was in this area. And as you can see, before NFP came out, it was going up, which made me a little nervous, but I stuck it out. And by the time it went up here, I was probably negative, I don't know, $100 and some. I'm guessing. Maybe less than that, maybe more than that, I don't know. But when NFP came out, this thing just tanked. and I mean it tanked way down here. It hit this point and it went past it and got me out. And I was up $341, as you can see right here. And I didn't get back in until right here at 1088.23. And at 1088.23, I was negative up until the close yesterday, probably 20 bucks. And at the close, it came back positive $8. So gold is still continuing to tank. The good thing about this, I'm sticking to my strategy, which I have three EMAs, a 60 EMA. I got a 15-minute EMA, and I have a 5-minute EMA. And as long as the 15-minute EMA is below the 60, and as long as the 5-minute EMA is below the 15, and the 5 and the 15 are below the 60, and they're all three pointing down, as you can see, the green is pointing down, the blue is pointing down, and the yellow is pointing down, which is my 5-minute EMA. Even though it's basing in here, it's more than likely there's a good chance that it's going to continue going down. Now, I'm not sure why gold is continuing to plummet right now, but I know at some point in time it's going to reach a low. I don't know if it's going to reach an all-time low, but I know it's going to reach a low, and eventually it's going to start to go back up some. And what I'm looking for when it goes back up, I'm looking for this 5-minute EMA to cross this blue 15-minute EMA and to cross this green 60-minute EMA. When this yellow line, this 5-minute, crosses that blue and that green in an uptrend, and then the blue turns and crosses the green in an uptrend, separated from the 5, that's when gold is going to start to go into an uptrend. Again, I'm making this video for informational purposes only, mostly for my informational purposes, because once I start trading NFP, I want to look back on this video and remember exactly what I did to make the money that I made. I'm not sure if this works for any of the other pairs. I don't know about EUR/USD, but we can take a look at it. Again, EUR/USD has been in a downtrend ever since this candle here, which is roughly the 3rd of November 2015 at 10 o'clock. Downtrend. Again, if you look at my 60-minute, my 15-minute, and my 5-minute EMA, they're all spread apart like you spread your fingers, and it's all pointing down. And it's in a downtrend, obviously. And when non-farm payroll came out, even though from here it had started a slight uptrend, it just bottomed out. I wasn't in a trade in EUR/USD on the 1 hour, but had I been, I'd have made a nice little chunk of change right there. Let's look at EUR/GBP. Same thing. It's in a downtrend. Non-farm payroll comes out. Well, I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. It's in a downtrend. It goes up, 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 up. Non-farm payroll comes out, and it just tanks. But it's starting to go back up. When it hits this point right here, where it says downtrend indicator, I'm pretty sure when this comes up and hits that point, it'll be back in an uptrend again. So this here, if you'd have been in this trade, this was kind of iffy that you'd have made money on it. More than likely, based on the signs and signals that I'm seeing, you probably would have lost money. But let's look at USD/CAD. Clearly in an uptrend. It was in a downtrend, came way down here, went up, bounced, 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 bounced. For roughly, let me see, the 4th through the 5th, almost 2 full days, and then NFP comes out and it just skyrockets up. So if you'd have been in a trade here, if I'd gotten in right here at 131.78 to buy instead of sell, I'd have made a nice chunk of change off that. But the main thing was I was in only one pair, which was gold, and I chose it based on what I'd been watching since the 28th, even though I hadn't traded it since the 28th. I looked back into history and looked at the history, and it had been going down since the 28th. And my assumption was right. Now, if I go back to let's see here. If I go back to a couple of days before I made this, here's gold where I lost $20. Some other pairs where I lost money. But if I go down to, let's see here, I think I had one gold trade that I made almost 200 bucks on. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is right there. Sale, 20-cent lot, USD. Got in at 11/18/61 and got out at 11/09. So gold has been tanking. It may be something you guys want to look at if the broker that you're with offers that particular metal. I know some of them don't offer that. I used to trade with another broker, FXCM, and they don't offer that particular metal. But that's not the reason I stopped trading with them. It's just that I'm telling you for informational purposes that they don't offer that particular metal. Maybe they'll start offering it, and you can trade it if you're trading with FXCM. But gold is the real deal. Now, the only thing I found out about gold too is that when you're trading it, you don't make any pips off of it. At least not from what I can see or tell. It's just it's straight money in your account. Also, before I made this trade, as you can see, I'm up $808.04. But before I made this trade, I was negative 500 and I want to say 500 and not negative, but I was down $343, something like that. I was down $343. And because I made a couple of trades even after I got up to 873 or something like that, still trading gold, I lost some money too. So I made this 341, I lost 20. I lost 18. I closed this trade. I made 9. Lost 26, lost 46. Lost 15, lost 9. Made 5, lost 45. Lost 52.80. So as you can see, I lost a little bit, but when I won pretty big. So to me, gold is the real deal. For right now, I'll continue to trade it as long as it's going down. I'll continue to sell it as long as it's going down. But when it reverses trend, I'll buy it. But I'll continue to trade my other primary pairs: EUR/USD, EUR/GBP, USD/CAD, NZD/USD. And another pair that I like is AUD/USD. So I hope this video helps someone based on trading non-farm payroll. If you have any questions, you can email me at icloppse@gmail.com. It's in the description below. And I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I hope your holidays are safe. Thank you.